after a 24-year-old Cincinnati woman was killed in a car crash downtown, justice is finally being served.
A grand jury indicted Brandon Jackson in the death of DeMaria Hood. As our Walter Smith Randolph tells us, her mother says the indictment feels like a weight off her shoulders.
I miss her so much. I keep telling myself I gotta stay strong for my grandbabies.
For Deitra Steele, the last 7 months without her youngest daughter, DeMaria, have been unbearable.
Sometimes I be wanting to take my own life and go with her, but I know I can't do it. I got more things to do on this earth. I know God got a plan for me.
Deitra says she's been praying for justice to be served in her daughter's case. 24-year-old DeMaria Hood was sitting in the back of this Lexus when police say Brandon Jackson slammed into the car. Witnesses say Jackson was drag racing and DeMaria was ejected from the Lexus.
I just wish he would never drive again. Take his license for life.
Jackson's penalty may be much more severe. Today, a grand jury indicted Jackson on 2 counts of aggravated vehicular homicide, 3 counts of aggravated vehicular assault, and 3 counts of vehicular assault. Court documents say Jackson didn't have a valid license at the time of the crash.
I would like to know how he feel. You know, how he feel about murdering her. What's your conscience?
To make matters worse, Jackson and DeMaria were once classmates. Deitra and her family say there are multiple lessons to be learned from this tragedy. DeMaria was not wearing a seatbelt that night.
And even though it's a law in Ohio that backseat drivers don't have to wear a seatbelt, I think that should be changed because everybody should be in a seatbelt. If you're in a vehicle and it's moving, everybody should be in a seatbelt.
And the family says they hope people think twice before getting behind the wheel.
Realize there's other people out here. You're not the only one out here on this street.
Take life into consideration.
And take their own life into consideration because it could have been you instead of her.
Walter Smith Randolph, Local 12 News.
Brandon Jackson has not yet been arrested. Also indicted is Jasmine Kendall. Now, she was the driver of the Lexus. She's been charged with 2 counts of aggravated possession of drugs.